guys, let's get right into it. And before we move a bit further, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Do all or one. It's just so that Instagram, I'm on too many things, okay? I got a lot of time on my hands. But I want you guys to do that just so YouTube could know that, you guys like what you see and that you're loving what Nikki Star TV is doing, because then they'll continue to recommend my content. And just like a lot of you who are just like, oh my goodness, I just discovered you. I can't believe this. I didn't know you were here. Just like that, those people who do not know about me will soon come find me. So please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Do one or the other or all. Whatever it is, just do that for your girl. Now let's get into it. Now wait one damn minute. Kyle is a designer since when? Since when has she been a designer? She's been on the show for what, 12 seasons? And all of a sudden she has become a designer. And listen, I'm not saying that she can't be a designer and that she can't show a line at New York Fashion Week, but when you have no design experience and all of a sudden you are showing at New York Fashion Week, that says to me that you have money. So I don't know if the show is bankrolling this fashion show or Mauricio is bankrolling this fashion show, but something in the water ain't clean and something is not adding up. I'm feeling like this is storyline. And I think she has enough money to throw away to be like, oh, all of a sudden I'm a designer. I would not be surprised if next season she comes back and she's just like, oh, me and my partner, we didn't work out, so she'll be on to something else. Because Kyle really doesn't have anything going on, or the storylines that will probably interest us, she has probably killed. Storylines for Kyle back in the day, she killed all of them. I don't know if the show killed them. I don't know if she used her power to kill. I don't know if her and the girls linked up. It was just like, we're not going to talk about this. But I remember for a few seasons, it kept on creeping in that Mauricio was dipping in and doing it with some other broads in Beverly Hills. But then all of a sudden, we didn't hear anything about that. And since then, she's been giving us these fluff storylines, because remember when she was a producer, she had that show. Now she's back into acting and now she's a designer. It's because Kyle really does not have anything going on. Not anything that we would want to know about. And I think she just creates these things to do every season and is not consistent with it, but she continues to create things because she don't want nobody telling her business. And I'm not saying that Mauricio was cheating on her, but what I am saying is that when that started to come up, when the girl started talking about it, she addressed it like once in a confessional, and that was it. They deaded that storyline real quick and started giving us these fluff pieces with Kyle. Oh, I'm a mother. My daughter's going to college. I'm a boutique owner. My boutique is closing. Now I'm a producer. My show has been canceled. And she just moves on to different things. Like she never follows through with things each season, and that just makes me believe that she's giving us this fluff stuff because she really doesn't want the show talking about what's really going on with Kyle. I think what's really going on with Kyle, and I don't know, but I'm thinking, especially with these rich people in BH, there's some good juicy material there, but we're not using it because Kyle is just, the show's favorite, or she just got a lot of pull. One or the other. And another reason why I think that this whole fashion designer thing is just like for storyline, that it's not something that she's really interested in. I do think that if it makes some money, she will keep on doing it. But I just think that this was a fluff piece for her this season. And here is why. The caftans. The choice of caftans, the material. I'm looking at her go through all the pieces. Some of the pieces she hasn't even seen before, but you're a designer. You haven't seen them and you're getting mad at Shahida, the girl who's doing everything. You're just like, oh my goodness, I didn't see this. This is what it looks like. What is this? Oh my goodness, we didn't discuss this. What are you doing? If you're a fashion designer, you've seen the pieces. You know what the material is like. You know what it looks like. You know the sizing. You know the fit. You don't know what none of your stuff looks like. You're shocked at pieces that you're seeing for the first time for your clothing line that's going to have a runway show at New York Fashion Week. It gives me fluff because she doesn't know what she's doing, and the poor choices in the caftans, the material, like she doesn't have a clue what's going on. And this is stuff that Kyle would never wear. Kyle, you're dressed in Gucci and Fendi and all of the top designers. This is what you decide to give to the people. You don't wear this, Ma. You don't know nothing about this clothing line. You want me to believe that you were going to wear this, Kyle? Oh my goodness. I even went to the website. Everything is poorly made. Seams. You can still see unfinished seams. The material is so cheap, guys. Fashion Nova, not just Fashion Nova. Shein, all of them fast fashion companies give this clothing line a run for their money. She can't touch Shein. Kyle can't touch Walmart. Like, she just can't. And she's charging $200 for these poorly made blazers. This is fluff, Kyle. You cannot be serious with this clothing line. I mean, who was your customer? Carol Baskin? That's your customer. I was looking at that stuff like, Kyle, you would never wear this. You would never wear this. Why are you trying to sell this to us? Ma, this is not real. This is another fluff piece she done threw in there so that we do not focus on her life. Kyle got some real things going on, and we will never know about it. And speaking of Kyle's choices, this bang, mama, this bang, it is a choice. It is a choice. And in the words of Jasmine Masters, no ma'am. No, ma'am. I get that it's for a movie role because she could not wait to tell us that. Oh, years ago, 65 years ago, I was in Halloween and I'm reprising my role for the new Halloween. I'm telling you guys, there is stuff that I have done not even 10 years ago. And TV and commercials and stuff that I have done. I would feel foolish talking about that stuff like it's, not saying that it's not relevant because listen, mama worked on TV. Mama was in commercials, okay? But I would think that I was losing my mind if I was talking about those things like they were current. Kyle always talks about her acting career like she just walked off set. And I'm like, girl, you were 6. We're all great actors at 6. Are you kidding me? It's when you start to get older and all the insecurities and, concerns and fears and all that comes in and you have to like beat those demons out of your mind so that you can be carefree and be able to perform like it doesn't matter when you're a child. Homegirl still holds on to that. And listen, I'm not hating. That's what you did. But it's not today. That's all. So one thing I love about this show, right, is that these ladies got money. Real money. This is the only Real Housewives franchise where they start off with a trip. Last season, I think they did like 5 trips in a season. So they start off with a trip to New York City to go and support Kyle. Balenciaga is shaking. Ciao. So all the ladies are there to support her. So all the ladies decide to like go to dinner to catch up because, if they don't, eat out, we won't see them together until, it's Kyle's fashion show. So while, they're going to meet up or whatever, Erika Jayne has this bright idea, storyline, to take, a trip to a place where she used to go dance. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. No, mama, I'm not believing that. I think that Erika Jayne brought this storyline to the show because I feel like somebody was trying to expose you. We never hear Erika talking about this, like how long has she been on? And all of a sudden we found out that she was a go-go dancer. Like we knew that she met her husband at a restaurant. Oh wait, did she meet him serving him? Yeah, she met him. He was a regular at her restaurant. And I'm just like, Erika, was he a regular at the go-go bar too? Because listen, let me tell you something. Them rich dudes go to the dirtiest strip clubs because they know that that's where, there are no rules. You know what I mean? You can get whatever and do whatever. So I'm just like, this whole restaurant, I met him. He was one of my regulars at a restaurant. We don't have nobody to confirm that. But that's my girl, so I'm going to lay off of her. But girl, this storyline was just so fishy to me. I'm just like, she will go dancing at this bar in a bikini. Not taking off nothing. Making enough money to survive in New York City. Even back in the day, New York was expensive. And I'm just like, okay, that's what you want to tell us? Listen, girl, I'm going to rock with you. I ain't hating on a woman trying to get a check. So get your money, girl, any way you can. But I don't think that man met you at a diner. He was a big tipper. And he was fine back in the day, too. So she was probably like, you know what? This is a much better life. Let me hop on this and hop on off this stage. It is what it is, Erika. We still love you, but you're not telling the truth. Something about that is a little fishy. I'm just like, this ain't adding up. This is not, y'all know what I say. When it's not adding up, it's usually a lie. You know what I mean? It's usually storyline, something she did brought up. But I feel like she brought that up because somebody was going to expose her. Because Erika has had ample time to tell us about her go-go dancing. And they've been to New York several times for her to stop by the spot that she used to strip at in Jersey. But all of a sudden on this season, we're just finding out about it. Okay. And not hating. I get it and I understand. Because what Miss Erika Jayne did was release her own business before somebody else tried to do it and profit off of it. She basically said, you're not going to burn me with my own tea. Let me just tell the viewers now, I used to drop it like it's hot for a quarter back in the day. So the ladies are now at Erika Jayne's old stomping ground. And can I just say, Lisa Rinna, girl, what? Like, she kept on trying to make these comments to like I felt like separate herself, like do the class thing and be like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this. Oh, you were doing this at 18? Lisa, we know you gotta. Why are you over here acting like you're this posh woman who could never imagine? Oh my goodness. I'm like, we already know your story. We met your mother. We know you ghetto. Like, this is not a shock to anybody. So I don't know why you were walking in there like, oh my goodness. Oh my, she's 18. I'm just thinking about it. We know what you was doing at 18. This is the thing that gets me with people who don't come from money, who get money and all of a sudden forget. You forget the struggle. You forget some of the choices that you had to make to get to where you're at now. And I loved how Erika Jayne owned it. She was just like, I didn't have wealthy parents. If I did have wealthy parents, I probably wouldn't have been dancing for dollars. Like, girl, stop acting brand new. And she was actually going to get Lisa running together. And I feel like Lisa knew that was coming. So she bowed out and was just like, oh yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right. Because Erika Jayne was about to cuss her out. Don't make her feel bad. She came from humble beginnings, and that's why I think she resonates with a lot of people on this show, because she doesn't play that posh game. She admits that she married an older, wealthy guy, and this was her come up. She lives a luxurious life. She likes the finer things in life, but she does not separate herself from her past. She's just unapologetic about who she is. She doesn't come off fake to me. To some people, she might seem cold. I get it. I understand. But I really like her. I feel like out of all of these housewives, she's the realest. I feel like if you meet Erika Jayne outside of this show, it's the same person. You're gonna get that same woman. I feel like the other ladies are putting on a front and they're probably really different off camera. I met Kyle. Y'all know about my, how I know Kyle. I stopped talking about that because I was just like, you know what? This channel is starting to grow and I don't need that getting back. But she is not the same Kyle that you see on TV. Me and Garcelle picked up the same thing, and we'll get into that later. Denise was not satisfied that she could not see coochie. Like, she was just like, what is this? I like to go to a place where the women are fully naked. Denise, what? Denise is such a freak. And this is why, I'm not saying that lesbianism is freaky, but the sharing of partners and all of that stuff, that, I ain't into that. I feel like, that you let your freak flag fly when you like switching off partners and doing all that stuff. No judgment. I just think it's freaky. This whole lesbian gate that's coming up later in the season. I don't think that Denise is ashamed about having sex with Brandi Glanville, right? I don't think she likes how this is coming out and probably who is bringing it to the show. I don't think that she would have a problem talking about that. Her first few episodes on the show, she told us how her and her husband get happy endings from an elderly woman. Like, she didn't have to volunteer that information, but she put it out there. Nobody asked that. She gave that to us. And then she's sitting here in her confessional talking about, I don't like to go to strip clubs unless I can see some coochie. I want coochie in my face. I want somebody so naked, I gotta find a place to put the dollar. That's what Denise wants. So I don't think that her falling out in this season is about lesbian gate. I think it's about the way it was done and who brought the information to this show. That's what I think. What do you guys think? Let's talk about it. So now Dorit and Kyle are on their way to, meet with her producer for her fashion show. And Shahida, I love that name. Shahida. Shout out to my Shahidas in my life. What's up, y'all? This scene was all of 3 minutes, right? Dorit talks about how she and her partner for Beverly Beach were in court because he was suing her for the company and they were just going back and forth. And finally they settled. We don't know if she still owns Beverly Beach or if her partner owns Beverly Beach, but she said that they settled. So I don't know what the outcome of Beverly Beach is, but apparently they settled. This is why this show is failing in the ratings, or did the last season. Last season was the worst season of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Thank God for Camille. Thank God for Camille. Aside from her, everybody else was just not bringing it. The whole season was Puppygate. Do you mean to tell me that Dorit was fighting with her partner about Beverly Beach on that same season and all y'all gave us was Puppygate? This is why they have issues, because for some reason, and I think it's because of the money, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is protected. They are the only ones who can create their storylines and give us what they want, and none of it is true. And we find out about their real lives through blogs and Entertainment Tonight and all of these sources, but we don't see any of that on the show. They're literally, listen, I know these shows are fake. I know that there's a lot of stuff that isn't true. I know they're creating storylines and, giving us a show, you know, an entertainment show for us to watch and be entertained. Because if we watch their real lives 24/7, there would be no show, right? The show is able to get away with being called reality TV because while the show is filming, real life happens. So for example, when Kyle Richards sits down with the story producer and says, this is, you know, what I'll be doing. This is what I want to talk about. How about we put this in there? And then the story producer is just like, this doesn't seem as interesting. What happened with you and your sister? Did you and your sister go through anything during this time? Did you and Mauricio go through anything? What's up with your kids? Like, give us a little bit of something. If she doesn't have anything, they create something. And how they create something is that they start selling stories to the blogs. So now all of this drama and stuff is going on because if there's nothing really going on in their life, then they can spend a whole season talking about the blogs or create a fashion line. So that could be something that is interesting that you believe that people will watch, right? So I get that a lot of this is not real. However, when real life happens to these women, we should be able to see it. Not only was Dorit fighting with her partner about Beverly Beach and back and forth and in court, and we didn't see any of it, her and her husband were being sued by multiple people for embezzling money. Like, they were in court several times over for stealing money from wealthy friends and doing like fake investments into things, right? And how we know this is because one of the ladies that they stole money from and like disappeared from flew to Mexico. Homegirl was searching Dorit's Instagram, flew to Mexico, found out where those broads were staying, and rolled up on her with an iPhone and filmed the whole interaction asking this woman for her money. She kept on saying, where's my money, Dorit? Where is my money? You know you owe me this. And Dorit was like, oh my goodness, I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. And then homegirl pans the camera and literally there are like 3 cameramen right there. None of them are filming this. None of them. So this was going on that season as well as Dorit and PK were getting evicted. Do you know? No shade, Dorit. Let's be real. How juicy her season would have been last season if we were able to see Dorit and PK deal with evictions, embezzlement charges, her back and forth and in and out of court for different things, and the women just eating it up and talking about it through, you know, text and then getting together for brunch and dragging her for filth. No shade. This is TV. This is what we signed up for. This is our dynasty. Give me that, right? Don't give me Puppygate. And I think the fans became really, really vocal. So now they're trying to do this with Denise. And it's just not fair. Don't do this to the new girl when the old broads have been getting away with this for a season. So Dorit tells us that everything is settled. She was dealing with this all last year. We didn't see any of it. But now the whole thing with Beverly Beach is settled. And that was it. That 3 minutes of that. And that was it. Nothing else. Nothing else. And I'm like, this is why this show is struggling. Y'all got the most money, but y'all don't have the most views. This season better be it. This season better be it. The first episode was really good, but y'all got to bring us something else, some real tea. Gave us some damn Puppygate while ganging up on a woman who just lost her brother to suicide. Y'all thought that was a good season? Get out of here. Now, the reason why we are all tuning in, especially the black ones, Garcelle Bouvier, Dominique Devereaux herself. Because guys, I said before, this show is based off of Dynasty. If you're somebody like me who was raised on Dynasty, you know this iconic scene. So, I'm getting chills. So when Garcelle walks into this hotel, listen, dressed, everything is extremely similar to when Dominique Devereaux made her debut on Dynasty. Mother sashayed into that hotel and let them know who she was. Because when she walked in that hotel, I said, oh baby, y'all giving it. Like I was like, this is Dominique. This is Dominique Devereaux. I couldn't believe it. That was so Andy. That was so smart. If you guys have been following my reviews of the Housewives for, since the beginning, you know that I always say this show is based off of Dynasty. They have to give us the drama. They have to give us the drinks being thrown. That's all classic Dynasty. They have to give us the shade and the confessionals. All of that is Dynasty. And when Garcelle Bouvier, the Haitian queen herself, walked into that hotel room, like I said, I got chills. I said, oh, are we delivering like this? Are we getting back to our Dynasty roots? Oh, I hope he does this with all the shows. I hope all of these housewife shows go back to their dynasty roots, because I was living. And can I just say, Garcelle, mama, black really don't crack. It ain't cracking on her. And I love how when she was doing her interview, she mentioned that, you know, she wanted to do the show as well, or she thought it'd be a good thing to do because she wanted to let the world know, because this show does go out to the world. She wanted to let the world know that black women do reside in Beverly Hills. Black people, black women, black children do live in Beverly Hills. I'm glad that she is, you know, bringing diversity to the show, not just in, you know, culture, skin color, hair texture. She's also bringing a very inward diversity, because she's not like these ladies. She's not, Garcelle don't go low. Before we ever see her start cussing out people and throwing drinks, I think she will leave the show. She doesn't need it. You know what I mean? Garcelle still is booked and busy. She's still working. She got a nice settlement from that cheating husband. So she's still doing very well. Of course, a lot of these ladies don't need it, right? But a lot of these ladies are not Garcelle. Garcelle is still working. She's still in the public eye. So she doesn't really need it, but I think it is a good choice for her, because when she walked in, she just brought, I don't know, I got chills when I saw her. It was very Dominique Devereaux. I felt like Andy was saying to me, Nikki, I heard you. We're going back to our dynasty roots. I felt like Beverly Hills was on life support. And Garcelle walked in with the heart transplant and was just like, I'm here to save this show. She was a breath of fresh air, and the fans really responded very well to her. Everybody loved her entrance. Everybody loved her presence. She so far is a great addition to the show. I am happy that the Haitian queen has took some time out of her busy schedule to come and save Beverly Hills. You know who else is making their debut on this show? They've been around for several seasons. I think since the beginning, maybe season 2. No, since the beginning, because I saw them hanging out with Lisa Vanderpump early on. But they've been a friend of the show for several seasons, but now they have become a main cast member on this show, and you cannot deny their presence. Lip injections and fillers. My God, today, Dorit, sis, you're too young. Oh my God. I was like, who is this woman? Who is this bratched out? It's not Dorit. It's not Dorit. Like, let the ladies look drastically different from last season. The only one who looks the same to me is Erika Jane and Teddy. Everybody else, I'm like, oh, okay. We've been visiting Dr. Nassif, haven't we, ladies? Because my God, today, the work. Woo! The work. Dorit, reel it back. It's too much of a change, Ma. It is too much of a change. You can't go from Barbie to Brat Style in the span of a season. Like, you can't. You can't, girl. So with the introduction of Garcelle, we find out a little bit more about her life. They show her 2 sons. Well, her boys are so handsome. Thank God. Thank God they took after their mother, because, baby, those boys could have went another way. They could have went another way. And it wasn't mentioned, but I'm hoping this season that we talk about how Garcelle found out that her husband, who was her former agent, was cheating on her. She sent an email to everybody at CAA, the agency that he was working at, and told them that he was cheating on her. And mother didn't hold back, okay? She cussed him out. Everybody that worked there, that woman out, she just exposed him. Not only did she send that email exposing her husband for being a cheating liar to all of his employees, mother sent it to all of his clients. When a woman's fed up, is that R. Kelly? Forgive me. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's such a part of everybody's life. Oh, I don't know if I want my Haitian queen to be so, you know, crass about, you know, her sexual endeavors. I just, you know, I like her, right? And I think because I grew up watching her, I hold her in a certain way. Not quite my mama, but that auntie. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, ugh, I don't want to know about you and your vibrators. But honey, I was gagging when mother was just like, I have a white one and a black one, depending on how I feel. I said, listen, LA will do that to you. LA will do that to you because, baby, there are options out here. Options. And how close is she with her assistant? Or does her assistant not know what a vibrator is? Or maybe she knows what a vibrator is, but she doesn't know where it goes. Because why would you pick up her vibrator? I mean, I know you probably wanted to get your TV moment, but as for me in my house, that wouldn't have been my TV debut. I would have been like, we got to find another way to introduce me to the Beverly Hills audience. Not by gripping your vibrator. That's not how the world is going to meet me. She was so comfortable, just gripping it. I'm like, how close are you and your boss. Too close. So Denise is basically, you know, Garcelle's in to this group of women. So they meet, we get the little catch up about how they know each other. And then Garcelle meets the other women. She's meeting all the ladies and it's like, oh, hey, hi. And then Erika Jayne walks in. Guys, I hope we're not disappointed because this is something we all want. We all want Garcelle and Erika Jayne to hit it off because when Erika Jayne walked in, Garcelle gags and I gag because this faux, I hope it's faux, it's Erika Jayne, this fur, this white fur coat with the gold hoops and the gold bedazzled embellishments. My God, today, this woman can dress. I gagged, Garcelle gagged, Twitter gagged. We were living. And immediately when these two saw each other, they just like, it was something there. It was really, and I'm going to be honest because this is my channel. It was really when a black woman and a cool white girl link up. That's what it is. That's what it is. Every black woman has a cool white girlfriend. That's the chick that you invite to like the black events because you know that she won't be like, oh, listen, guys, I'm being honest here. You know she won't be like weird about it. You know what I mean? She knows that if like a cousin call her thick, she's not going to call the cops. You have like your certain friends that are just for certain groups. And then you have a couple of friends that can mix with every group. That's what Erika Jayne gives me. She gives me like she's that cool chick that can just go to any event and be fine, won't be weirded out, won't pull a Lisa Rinna and be like, oh my goodness, where are we? Erika Jayne won't do that. And that's what Erika Jayne and Garcelle gives me. When a fly black girl and a cool white chick link up, it's a situation. And I can't wait. I really want them to link up. This is who I want to link up. This is the clique that I will stand this season. Saint Denise, the Haitian queen herself, and Erika Jayne. Denise, Garcelle, and Erika Jayne, if they click up, it's over for them broads. It's over for 90210. I want it. I want them to link up. I hope it happens. That's like, now, I don't ever stand none of these cliques in these shows, but that clique, oh, baby. How can you not stand? How can you not? Also, Twitter let me know, especially the fandom for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, y'all let me know that y'all want Garcelle to come in and go after Kyle. I don't think that Garcelle is that kind of woman, right? I do feel like she's not going to let Kyle treat her or talk to her any kind of way. Because there have been a lot of people saying online that they love the fact that Garcelle is not about the BS and she did a Watch What Happens live. And basically all of her answers to like who's the fakest and who's the shadiest, who wasn't the most welcoming, all of them were Kyle. And she didn't hesitate, right? So Kyle hops on her live and, you know, goes instant victim. It's just like, oh my goodness, I didn't know that she didn't like me. Well, she better wait for the reunion or something like that. She'll be ready for her at the reunion. And I'm like, it's not, I didn't think that she was coming for you. I think that Garcelle was just being honest about her interactions with you. Kyle, you don't come off as welcoming. You do come off as fake. It like everybody has pointed that out. I don't dislike Kyle. A lot of you are not fans of Kyle. And honestly, I understand what people are saying, right? Kyle just comes off really fake and like she's been on since the beginning and none of us really know who she is. I feel like she puts up this front and I think if she drops that facade and it's just like the Kyle that everybody sees when the cameras are off, we would love that Kyle, but she just wants to give off this different kind of Kyle. And I think she was doing that because her children were really young. And I think now that she's getting older and her youngest is starting to get older, I think now she's dropping a bit of the facade because she does start talking about things that she wouldn't really talk about on the show. Like when she called Mauricio from New York Fashion Week and he didn't pick up because homeboy was partying. Can I tell you, when we got that scene of Mauricio and he was like, what's up, everybody? It looked like The Wolf of Wall Street. We all know that scene in The Wolf of Wall Street, which is a great movie. I don't know why it didn't get any Oscars. That was rigged. Anyway, where Leo is like playing The Wolf of Wall Street and he's yelling at everybody over the balcony. He's high, he got the mic, he's just, you know, partying and everybody's having fun and dancing. That's what that scene looked like to me. I was like, what in The Wolf of Wall Street is going on? Because baby, the streets is talking. They say Mauricio was scamming like the Wolf of Wall Street. So girl, maybe that's why, you know, this show is shady. Maybe that's why they were giving us Wolf of Wall Street scenes with Mauricio, because he might have the same fate. I hope not, because you know how I feel about Mauricio, but he's married. However, who was that man standing next to him that looked just like him, but he looked younger and he was a bit darker? I was like, wait a minute. There's a younger and darker Mauricio? Why am I just finding out about him? Is that Mauricio's brother or nephew? Do you guys know? If you guys know who this man is and have not told me, how dare you? How dare you? Y'all know that I have been salivating over that married man, Father forgive me, for years. And there was a younger, darker version of him, and y'all ain't tell me? Wow. Wow. Still like and comment, subscribe, and share though. I'm going to be mad, but you know, still help a sister out. When Cal couldn't reach Mauricio, she said, oh, he's probably drunk and high. That's why he's not answering. Excuse me? I could not believe that Cal said that. Cal, who was just like, oh, we don't do any kind of drugs, when Brandy exposed her for coming over her house with Mauricio and they was all getting high with her husband. And Cal was like, we don't do that. Oh my goodness, how could you say that? I have children, Brandy. Then she later admitted it when she was like forced to admit it, but she was just acting like she doesn't do anything like that. She's so angelic. But when she said on camera that Mauricio is probably drunk and high, that's why he's not answering the phone, I was just like, I think Cal is starting to let the perfect housewife facade die down because her kids are getting older and they know the truth. You know what I mean? I think if her kids were still young, she would have never said that about Mauricio. So that showed me that she's, you know, she's starting to unwind. Not enough, but we're starting to see a little something of the real Kyle. Let's talk about Sutton, honey. Delusional. We meet the second new cast member on this season, and that is Sutton. Lisa Rinna spent her whole confessional talking about how wealthy this woman is, right? Sutton has a lot of money. She talked about it so much, I had to Google her net worth. I don't do that. I don't Google people's net worth. It's tacky. But I needed to have some receipts because the way Lisa Rinna was talking, she was talking like Sutton was a billionaire. I needed to know this for myself because billionaires don't do this kind of stuff. When you got that much money, you don't want nobody knowing about it. So I'm just like, if Sutton got all this money, why is she doing this show? So I Googled Sutton. Her net worth is $2 million. And that was from several sources, okay? Several sources. And I was just like, okay. Lisa did say that Sutton's husband had a lot of money. So I looked up Sutton's husband. He got a lot of money, but he's her ex-husband. What's going on here? Is Sutton lying? Is she scamming? This wasn't making sense to me. Lisa Rinna spent the whole episode, all of her confessionals, especially when she was talking about Sutton, saying that this woman has a lot of money. Now, is this show being shady? The sources could be wrong, right? But something just wasn't adding up. I'm just like, I can't find anywhere anything about how wealthy Sutton is. The only thing that I see about Sutton being wealthy is this show. Like, this show keeps on telling us that Sutton is wealthy, but nothing else confirms that. Something in the water ain't clean. Now, is her ex wealthy? Absolutely. Is Sutton's kids wealthy? Absolutely. Is Sutton wealthy? Not from my sources. So what's the tea? Who got the real tea on Sutton's net worth? Because I need to know this number because Lisa Rinna made it such a big deal. Even Sutton. Because when we get introduced to Sutton, we meet her at Dolce & Gabbana, their private apartment. She's there getting an outfit for New York Fashion Week. And she lets Lisa Rinna know that every year on her birthday, they give Sutton a tiara. Oh. And your net worth is $2 million? Something is up. Something is up. So, speaking of a tiara, a crown, we get this scene of Lisa Rinna in the Dolce & Gabbana private celebrity luxury wealthy apartment. We get this scene of Lisa putting on a crown. And when she puts on this crown, we see her in the mirror with the voiceover of Lisa Vanderpump. And she says something like, the crown is heavy, darling, so you might as well leave it where it is. Now, I don't know what you guys thought about that, but for me, I felt like That moment was the show passing the crown from Lisa Vanderpump to Lisa Rinna. It would make sense because mother puts in work. She is messy as hell, and that's probably why she's in the position that she is in. You know who would be shocked by that? Kyle. Didn't they crown her the queen of Beverly Hills at the reunion? Like when Lisa Vanderpump was gone, they were like, oh no, it's Kyle. She's the top dog now. So I'm just like, wait a minute. If Kyle is the queen of Beverly Hills and no shade, Kyle, that crown is too heavy for you. You can't maneuver that, mama. You not where you're at. You cannot maneuver that. But if she is the queen of Beverly Hills, if they all said it last season at the reunion, why are we giving Lisa Rinna this moment? Lisa Rinna gonna be messy this season, y'all. Messier than she's ever been, and that is why she got that crown. Now let's talk about Miss Money in this outfit. In the words of Countess Luann, darling, even Dolce & Gabbana make mistakes. The actual quote is, even Louis Vuitton makes mistakes. But baby, when I saw Sutton walk out in that outfit, I just heard the Countess. Even Dolce & Gabbana makes mistakes because Sutton looked a mess. She walked out in this outfit and I haven't stopped laughing. I mean, no shade, Sutton, but the way you were talking, I just was not expecting that. And we all know Dolce & Gabbana, right? So I was not expecting this outfit. And I can't believe that those dressers set that aside for her and put this outfit on. No shade. This box-bodied older woman. It was so ill-fitting. So not age appropriate. It was just terrible. And I'm like, okay, is this Bravo, the production company? Are we shading these women? Like, I can't believe that this is the actual outfit. I was just like, nah, you guys did this to give us a moment of laughter. It had to be, because I could not believe that this woman was serious. She walked out and she was just like, oh yeah, I think I'm not gonna do the bra. I'm gonna get a camisole. While Sutton is standing there serving Dutch paper boy realness. I'm like, mama, you can't be serious, especially not the way you was talking up fashion. I could not believe that this was the outfit. And I love Lisa Rinna because Lisa Rinna pulled the Nikki. I can't tell somebody to their face that the outfit that they are loving is a mess, unless it's my sisters. You know what I mean? Like my best friends, I could be honest with them, but if I'm just meeting you for the first time and this is us just hanging out and getting to know each other, if you come out dressed like a Dutch paperboy, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to lie. Now, Lisa Rinna, that's what she didn't pull a Nikki, because she lied. And she was like, oh my God, gorgeous, great. I wouldn't have done that. I would have looked at something and been like, oh my goodness, a bow. You know, if I don't have anything good to say, I'll just point out facts. You know what I mean? Like if I go to a friend's show or an associate show and they bombed, I'll just be like, well, girl, you was on that stage. Girl, you sang that song. Girl, you read that poem. You know, I'm just going to point out facts. I'm not going to say it was a terrible set. Don't invite me to another show. I will not say that. I'll just point out a fact. A share of both shirt. Okay, Sutton. That's what I would have said. I couldn't. But to call that outfit fabulous or gorgeous, Lisa Rinna. Ooh, you're going to be messy this season. I can't wait. Let's talk about how Little Miss Money canceled herself before this episode was over, because I hadn't even watched the episode yet, but I saw on Twitter that everybody was coming for Sutton. And I'm just like, what did she do? Like, what did she say? Mother came for Rihanna. You never come for Riri. That Rihanna Navy is dangerous. They right up there with the Bayhive. They will end you. End you. After Lisa Rinna introduces Sutton to the show, now it's time for Sutton to be introduced to the women. I will say this. Sutton is not likable, right? I don't think she was put on the show to be likable. She, along with Garcelle, is giving me Dynasty. She is going to be that blunt, upfront, shady cast member that reads the ladies with no emotion. That is what she has been hired to do. As soon as she meets the ladies in her confessional, she just starts reading them. She's coming for Erika Jayne because Erika Jayne is wearing an outfit that got her butt out. I will say this. I was just like, was this a choice or was this too small? Come to find out, it's too small. It's too small, and I don't think my girl Erika Jane knew that, because I follow this, I forget what they're called, but I'll put it in my description box. It's this website called not As Seen on TV. What is it called? It's called Where to Buy. And what they do is they watch all kinds of TV shows. And if you see something on there that you like, you go to that website, you search for the show, the episode, the season, and all of that. And it brings up, clips of what each character on the show is wearing and where you can buy it. So I was on there because I needed to see Kyle's fashion line. I needed to see if what I was seeing on TV looked just as a mess on her website. And it did. It was an overpriced mess. And then I started seeing the outfits of the other ladies. I found Garcelle's yellow outfit, her yellow sequins outfit, that I thought was beautiful. I had no idea that it was little star yellow iridescent sequins just like beaded onto this dress. Now I'm in love with it. And now I got to get like $600 to buy it because it just, it looked amazing on Garcelle. And I just know that it will kill on Miss Star. So anyway, while I was looking through the outfits, I also found Erika Jane's outfit. And it don't look like that on the model. And I don't think Erika Jane is that much thicker than the model. Like she got some meat on the bones, right? But not enough where that outfit looked like that. So I think maybe her glam squad told her this was a choice, but I don't think that was intentional, because that outfit, that dress, it's not supposed to be worn like that. But it's Erika Jane in this New York Fashion Week. So mother had her butt out at the restaurant. And then Sutton was just like, oh, I think I'm dressed a bit too proper. What? Are you kidding me? Sitting there in like this A-line dress with a big bow. She loves a bow. Dressed like you're on your way to a sock hop in Savannah, Georgia in the 1960s. Girl, if you don't sit down, I'm dressed a bit too proper. Erika Jane got her butt out. It's Erika Jane. It's New York Fashion Week. Dorit in this beautiful white, sickening suit. She says hello to Sutton, introduces herself, and Sutton is just like, oh, I love this. She loved it before she found out who created it. And then Dorit, like any woman, we all do that. We all volunteer who the designer is, how much it costs, and that it has pockets. We do that with everything, especially when it's a dress. Oh my goodness, it was $15 clearance at Target. And guess what, girls? It has pockets. We all do that, right? So she volunteers this information to Sutton, and Sutton is just like, Fendi? She's cold-hearted, right? But man, she's perfect for this show. So she goes, Fendi? And Dorit is like, no, Fenty. And Sutton, Fendi? And Dorit is like, Fenty, Rihanna's clothing line. And then Sutton goes in her whole, in her confessional about how she doesn't wear celebrity designers. But I promise you, Sutton probably got a lot of Louis up in that closet, but she don't wear Fenty. That's the parent company. LVHM owns Fenty. That is a luxury brand, but because it's a designer, because it's a young black girl from Barbados, I don't know why I did that accent, but that's what Sutton gives me. Sutton hits me in my ancestors as well. She hits me in my ancestors. I know this woman. She is like the last Karen that you have to defeat before you can enter into a life of privilege. Like, that's what Sutton gives me. But anyway, when I watched that scene, I was just like, oh, this is why the Rihanna Navy was dragging Sutton. It's just like, girl, you're so ignorant. You don't know any of them fashion houses. You are coming off real ignorant to the brand that you're trying to sell us. Because she don't give me Fashion Girl. And she's trying to sell Fashion Girl. Well, she got this picture of her dressed in Spiegel's finest floating around the internet. Like, girl, bye. You ain't no Fashion Girl. You can't touch an Erika Jane or a Dorit. Sit down. You're not even on Kyle's level. And that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. How dare you come for their fashions when you are dressed like the ghost of a dead colonial child? Are you serious? Are you serious? You're dressed like the ghost of Tiny Tim. And because it's Dolce & Gabbana, we're supposed to believe that you're serving? Mama, no. Mama, you can't even dress for your body. How you talk about Erika Jane's behind? Girl, bye. Bye, Sutton. Bye. I still think you're great for the show, though. But you're going to get dragged a lot. But that's good, girl. It's good TV. It's good TV. But that Teddy Reed... And Teddy is wearing a romper. I don't care what y'all say. I like Sutton. I like her for the show. She's cold-hearted, but that's gonna be good for this show. That's going to be good for this show. Her confessionals gave me life. Life. Dead inside. But man, is she good for this show. Oh God, I just thought about how if we ever have a reunion for this show, how distraught Teddy is going to be that Sutton said that she was wearing a romper. You know how Teddy overreacts for everything. You said I was wearing a romper. Like, girl, calm down. But congrats. Teddy is pregnant. I feel the spirit of Sutton coming over me. Because as soon as I said that, in my mind, I was just like, child, Teddy and her husband got to do whatever they got to do to keep that man out of prison. Let's be real here. Far too many people who have this man's security service is getting robbed. Too many people that this man is securing is getting robbed. Stay woke. Stay woke. I still believe that they paid for that mansion with Kyle's stolen Birkin bags. Let's talk. Oh, child, I'm just kidding. Let's get into Kyle's Kojic church basement fashion show. Yeah, y'all know how I feel about those clothes. My God, today, a mess. But let's talk about Kyle and Tracy, right? So Tracy, who is Kyle's producer for her runway show at New York Fashion Week, and from the looks of it, I was just like, where in New York is this? Because it looked like I'm a mess. It looked like this fashion show was taking place in Trenton, New Jersey. Because I was just like, what part of New York Fashion Week is this? This don't look... And yes, I have been to New York Fashion Week, so I know the layout. This was not familiar. Tracy, who is the producer for the fashion show, she lets Kyle's, I think her assistant know that she doesn't want Kyle to be anywhere near her. She specifically told him, keep her away from me. Because Kyle is a lot, right? She's a lot. So Kyle, victim. Are you serious? How dare she? This is my child. Tracy is dealing with this woman who knows nothing about fashion, nothing about New York Fashion Week, and she's barking orders at her and telling her how things should look and how things should go. And Tracy, who is experienced in this, does not, to be quite honest, respect her or her opinions, because she does not think that she knows what she's doing. Tracy knows that this whole fashion line thing for Kyle is bogus. She knows it's not the real deal because she probably ain't never seen Kyle until Kyle needed to film that scene talking about, what's going to be in the fashion show. What this whole thing is giving me is that Shahida owns this line. Shahida is the owner, the designer, and Kyle is the celebrity and a bit of the money. That's what it is. Shahida does all the work. Kyle puts her name on it and gets the clothes out there to more people. Again, I think this is a front line just so she can have something to talk about, because everything is so poorly done. Everything is so poorly done. I can't believe that Kyle really put her name on this. It was serious, right? It just gives me fluff. I think also that Tracy feels like she can talk to Kyle this way and talk about Kyle in a way that it will get back to her and not feel no way, because she knows who the real boss is. And that's Shahida. She knows that this is Shahida's line. She's probably been dealing with Shahida for a very long time. She just don't respect Kyle because she knows that this is fluff. That's what I got. I was just like, ain't no way you talking to your boss like that unless there's a reason. And the reason is Tracy don't deal with Kyle. She deal with Shahida. And Kyle probably just all of a sudden manifested because now it's go time. It's time to show the line at New York Fashion Week. Now the cameras are here. So here comes Kyle. And Tracy's just like, who are you? That's what I was getting. What did you guys get from this? Let's talk about it in the comments section below. Nikki Hilton Rothschild. Nothing else needs to be said. Work, Nikki, work. So let's talk about the actual fashion show. To be quite honest with you, I feel like This line gives me, this is where I'm starting. This is a starter line. You know what I mean? But everything is like $200 and up. Why? Why? Kyle, this stuff needs to be $10 to $15 at the max. Teddy looked the best. She had the worst walk, but she looked the best. Teddy's walk was like a mixture of a Walking Dead zombie and iRobot. Just really soulless. No shade, Teddy, but your walk is trash. It was just so bad. And she was just like, you know what? Dare I say, does this runway walk rival Ramona Singer's infamous New York Fashion Week runway walk? I think so. I think we might have a contender for the worst housewife runway walk at New York Fashion Week. Ramona Singer right now still has the crown because of them eyes and the cheekbones. She still has the crown, but Teddy's coming for it. She's coming for it. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Teddy. I think that Teddy probably was struggling to walk in the hills because she's more of an espadrille kind of woman. That's what it is. Teddy can kill an espadrille. Anything else? No. Maybe a Birkenstock. She gives me that. Them shoulders give me Birkenstock. So that's all I thought about this episode. But baby, let's get into the end. Let's get into that series. What is it? Season trailer at the end. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Yes, I'm here for it. Do you guys know why she said that? So who said it? Was it Kyle? No, it was, who was it? It was Teddy. Teddy actually told Denise, first, this is so messy. Kyle told Teddy this when she came on for her season, and Teddy told Denise that. How I know all of this is, baby, they were going back and forth on Twitter. Teddy told Denise about, getting stuff cut from the show, that the producers hate when the women mention Bravo. So if you mention Bravo in any of your scenes, they will cut that scene because they don't want to break the fourth wall. I think because the last season was so terrible, they are doing whatever they have to do. Bringing in black people, breaking the fourth wall, dragging Denise for filth, although she signed on for 3 seasons. I think this show is now doing whatever, even keeping in Bravo, bravo, bravo. Because in the trailer, we see that Denise is saying bravo, 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 because the ladies are talking about something that she does not want to talk about. Messy. We're getting back to our roots. So while half of this trailer is Denise like having breakdowns and telling her husband not to talk because they're on camera, while also having the ladies on the phone talking about Denise, saying that, oh, she's done. She's out. She's done with the show. She's not coming back. And then having Lisa Rinna run after Denise and be like, what's going on, Denise? And Denise is like, no, I'm not going to tell you. You'll find out. So it's going to be a lot of drama with Denise. It's Brandy Glanville, lesbian gate, all of this stuff. Oh, Denise. Brandy Glanville. Okay, so it's going to be all of this drama, right, with Denise. So the way they were building up, it was like Denise left the show. Even the blogs were releasing that Denise is done with the show. She stopped filming. They put up a little credit saying that Denise decided to stop in December. She decided to stop filming the show. And then you think that Denise is done. Then we get this pause, and then we get Denise. Mother walks in, sits down, flips the hair, and the producer's just like, so Denise, is there anything that you want to say? And she gives like this, the Grinch Who Stole Christmas grin, and baby, them eyes and that grin tell a story. Denise is about to drop some haymakers on this season. I can't wait. Oh, Denise looked like she had some tea that will end all of them broads. I can't wait. I can't wait. Listen, this was a good season premiere. I liked it. That's why this review is probably so long. I don't think that any of my reviews for the show would be longer than this or this long moving forward, because they're going to give us a lot of filler scenes and then we'll get the good ones. So I made this video this long because there was just so much that we needed to talk about in this premiere episode. And then we had to talk about the drama going on after and outside of the show. But that's why it's this long. Moving forward, they'll probably be at the max 30 minutes at the max. Because y'all know I've been shaving my videos down. I know y'all like them long, but listen, I gotta, mental health, okay? This quarantine is getting to me, but I'm going to leave this one, long, just because we got a lot to talk about. So get in that comment section and let's start discussing. Before I wrap up, I will say this though. What I don't like that this show is doing is exposing Denise, right? Listen, I believe that if you sign up for this show, then you have to show us your lives. Give us a storyline, right? But what I do not like is that things are happening with these women and we're not finding out about it on the show. If I'm reading about something and I click on this show, I want the show to, show me the behind the scenes, expound on whatever, like the blogs or Twitter, whatever everybody else is saying and whatever is coming out from like lawsuits and all of this stuff. We should be able to see that. That's what bothered me about last season, is that so much was happening with these women and we didn't see any of it. Like, they were protected, but every other housewife has to like show their labia. You know what I mean? Like Teresa Giudice, her whole business was on that show. Her family business, her kids' business. We saw her husband get deported, like all of that. We don't see Dorit and PK going back and forth to eviction court. It just did not seem fair to me, right? Now this season, they are breaking the fourth wall, showing us what's really going on in these ladies' lives, even if the women are not okay with it. Two things about that bothers me. One, like I said, if you sign up for the show, then you should show your real lives. However, if the women don't want to, I feel uneasy with the show like forcing them to reveal something that they don't want to reveal. Don't bring them back. You know what I mean? If they don't want to go by the rules of the show, don't bring them back, but don't torment them into talking about something very private to them that they don't want the world to know, because everybody should be able to have that space. We should not be in every aspect of their lives, just the juicy stuff. But seriously, I just did not feel comfortable watching Denise go through that, especially when they don't do that for the other women. And that leads me to my second reason. I don't like that they're doing this with the new girl. Like, yes, Denise signed on for about, I think, 3 seasons, but she's still new to the show. Her first season was last season. You guys have protected so many women on this show, so many senior cast members on this show. To bring this woman on, to have her castmates expose private things about her life, even after we have seen her multiple times mention that she did not want to talk about that, and do the same thing that the other women have done to protect those parts of her life, doing the Bravo stuff, not showing up to film certain things. She has watched her other castmates do that. They told her the rules of the game. Now you change it up for the new girl? I didn't like that. Show tried to do that with Lisa Vanderpump last season. And again, if you watch my reviews from then, I was fine with that. However, I said, this is bad timing. Expose Lisa, right? Not while she's mourning the death of her brother who just committed suicide. Bad timing. That was my only issue with that. I'm like, the girl is mourning. She's telling you she can't do this right now. But y'all still trying to expose her for lying and selling stories to Radar Online and all of that stuff. Y'all all do that, right? And every dog on this show has their day. Timing was just poor. The timing was just poor. I feel the same way with the Denise situation. The timing is poor because you're not doing that for Kyle. You protect that relationship with Mauricio. You're not doing that with Erika Jane. Her husband is going back and forth to court being sued for embezzling money to... Rich people be embezzling, baby. So he's going back and forth to court about that. We're not going to hear anything about that. Not showing us anything about Dorit and PK going back and forth to court, Dorit being sued, and none of that. Like, your treatment is not equal. And that's what bothers me. Dorit has so much to go after her for, but you're going after Saint Denise? And this is her second season? Something about that seems off. So I'm rooting for Denise this season, and I'm hoping that she comes with some haymakers. I feel like she is, and I'm hoping that she does, because this just does not seem fair. It's giving me Lisa Vanderpump. It's giving me Lisa Vanderpump. And again, I just didn't like how that whole takedown of Lisa Vanderpump went. Expose her, but not when she's mourning her brother. Like, expose Denise. Not on season freaking 2. Like, come on, let the woman grow on us. Let us see more of her life. You got broads that's been there from the beginning. Let's get into her nooks and crannies. That's all I wanted to talk about with this episode. What did you guys think of the premiere episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 12? What did you guys think about it? Let's talk about it in the comment section below. And if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you next, Thursday? Wednesday? Should I go on Thursday? That's Roni. That's coming up next. I'm doing that review right after this. Wednesday, or whatever day it is, for the following episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Love you guys. Bye.